Were you that kid who longed for your letter to Hogwarts? When it never came? Well, I think you'll like Isekai. Hey YouTube, welcome back to Anime Yoshi. Today we're going to be talking about the amazing, the lovely, the whimsical, and fantasy-filled Isekai genre. What is an Isekai, you may ask? Well, an Isekai is a genre of fantasy anime where a character travels from the world they know to an unfamiliar one. Typically, a person is transported from the human realm to a magical realm of fantasy or terror, though occasionally it may happen in reverse. So basically, someone is taken from this realm to a new life, to the spirit realm, to the heavens, to hell, wherever, and they're just in a whole new world with new rules, and they kind of have a new identity now in this realm. Alright, so here are 3 isekais you should totally check out. The first isekai we'll be talking about today is the beloved, the much talked about, and I would definitely say the top winter of 2020 anime to come out, Dr. Stone.
Malachite,
Alright, I said before, I'm a nerd. And Dr. Stone is definitely an anime for people who are nerds.
How can the two of you get so...
So the basic premise of Dr. Stone is after a cataclysm causes everyone in the world to turn to stone, 2 boys awaken and struggle to revive humanity. This epic struggle quickly turns into a fight between science and might, and who exactly deserves to be revived. So basically, this story is about 2 guys, Senku and Taiju. So this is kind of like how it starts off, and this is what makes this anime like really cool. It starts off with the first episode like you would not think that this is an isekai. You are probably like going into the first episode. I mean, I kind of don't want to even say it because it's like almost a little bit of a spoiler because it's such a cool aspect of the first episode. But I'm going to say that the first episode begins off in one tone and then it just freaking switches on you. So it's super hilarious how it does that. And it just like takes us into this like really cool isekai. So it starts off really centered around Taiju, who's like this really sweet but kind of oafish. He's actually called a big oaf guy who likes this girl and wants to confess his love, but was prevented from doing it due to this like flash of light that froze all of humanity, right? So then Senku, the other main character, is like really the opposite of the big oaf. He's not this like, huge romantic. He's not, like dumb like Taiju. He's science. He is brilliant. He is like hands-on. He knows how to do everything with his hands. He's like amazing. He is like science from like the ground up. So he's like really smart. He's not very romantic at all. He's extremely pragmatic. And so he is able through kind of meditation to stay cognizant during this time that all of humanity is frozen in stone. So that's why it's kind of called Dr. Stone, right? All of humanity has been frozen into stone, and it's been like thousands and thousands of years later now that finally someone has awakened, and that is Senku, and the other person happens to be Taiju, his friend. They're like our 2 main characters, our protagonists, and our Mr. Science over here. Senku is really, the movement behind creating a whole new civilization of humanity with his mind and just with his love and reverence for science. So it's this really cool isekai, right? Back to this being about an isekai, not just a review of Dr. Stone, because I love that, but this is a different video. So this is an amazing isekai because it really takes you back in the day. Like, okay, what will the world be like? Like, how would you survive if the apocalypse were to hit right now? And you kind of start over from scratch, like with nothing but what freaking Mother Nature gave you, right? Like, that's what Dr. Stone presents to you, and you just have like these young kids, these teenage. I mean, well, they're like thousands of years old, but they're still teenagers in like heart and spirit or whatever. So you're just like watching these young people rebuild civilization with science, and it's like really cool. So you're just whisked away from the 21st century, right? Because these kids have smartphones and social media and all that, and the characters are whisked away from that, brought into this stone age natural environment where they just have to like recreate and build. And so they have completely different identities, right? That's the main key point of an isekai, is that you really go from a familiar world to an unfamiliar world. So they went from familiar cell phones, fast food, cars, to huts, fires, and hunting for your own food. And on top of that, like they went from being just high school students to now being like the founders of a new civilization. Like he constantly says like the kingdom of science. So kind of to being like a king, like being leaders of a kingdom, like that's really drastic. So that's kind of what happens in isekai, right? So they just completely gets, you know, swept away, and it's really cool. And you just get like really like enveloped in the story about just them trying to build the civilization, which is like a lofty goal, but you're super invested in it. And each step of the way, you get dope information about how to kind of survive out in the wild, and I'm down for that. I need to know how to make Coca-Cola, you know, when the apocalypse comes. Coca-Cola. Or Pepsi. It doesn't really matter to me. Anyway, all right, here's some other isekai you can check out. First, the rising of the shield hero. So, the basic synopsis of this story is Nao is summoned to another world to become one of the 4 heroes, namely the shield hero. Starting out with poor popularity and labeled as the weakest, Nao found himself betrayed on the 3rd day of his adventure, having lost faith and money. Don't nobody got time for that. All that left is just his shield, vowing to exact revenge to those who have betrayed him. Nao's path is... let's figure it out. So, basically, this guy, Nao Fumi, or Nao for short, is kind of, you know, a nobody. He's kind of a hikikomori, you know. He kind of stays at home and plays video games and chills in the library and reads books all day. He kind of doesn't go outside a lot. And so, anyways, this guy, while reading a book, is kind of like swept away to this new realm where he is like the summoned hero that needs to save this world from these invasions that are coming in from like a different realm. So he happens to become the shield hero out of all of these heroes, and he finds himself kind of in a bind because the shield hero isn't really well liked, and the way that this isekai is set up, right, is that it's kind of a video game. So this guy is, you know, in his old life, in his familiar world, he was really into video games. In his unfamiliar world, which is kind of familiar, is a video game. So it's like kind of funny, I think, that, you know, that's how, you know, this guy works with his personality. So anyways, the way that the show is set up, it's very video game based. The heroes all get points for the missions that they do, for the popularity and different things like that, and that's how they're able to level up, get additional weapons, etc., etc. And so the shield hero is kind of at a disadvantage, and so he, like, you know, goes from just kind of a comfortable, like, whatever life to now like having to be a tough guy and figure it out and be a hero and really get his thing together. So this isekai is also a harem anime. He has a lot of beautiful lady companions who see him along his journey, so check it out. The other isekai you can check out, which I'm a big fan of, and I've already done a review of it, so you should check that video out after this, is Kakuriyo. So Kakuriyo, I'm not going to go into it because I've already talked about it before, is a dope isekai that is based in this like Ayakashi spirit realm where a young girl is swept away and becomes kind of the love interest and center of this reverse harem isekai. So it's really cool. It's full of beautiful art. I highly suggest it for everyone. And that's a great example of a dope isekai where you're just like one day an everyday college student, and now you're kind of like this ogre bride and like run this like sector of a realm. Pretty different, right? So yeah. Hope you liked the video. If you checked out any of the isekai before watching this video or after, please leave your comments below. If you have any other suggestion for isekai I should check out, please leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Thanks for watching.